Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to attend today's meeting. Pitifully, I cannot make it offline, but I hope that my sharing today online can give you a brief picture of what's happening on the Chinese market and the latest development in the opening up of our market. My presentation today will cover 4 aspects. First is an overview of China's futures market in the first half of this year. Second is China market access channels. Third is the opening up progress of SHFE and INE. And finally, next steps as we move forward. In the first half of this year, the cumulative trading volume and turnover of China's futures market reached 3.95 billion lots and RMB 262 trillion yuan respectively, up by almost 30% and 1.8% year-on-year respectively, a huge increase compared with the same period last year. As we can see from the left chart, in terms of the global commodity futures market, most of the trading volume was contributed by the Asia-Pacific region, and from the Asia-Pacific region, most of the trading volume comes from the China market. According to FIA statistics, the trading volume of China's commodity futures and option market accounts for almost 71% of the world's total. And for us, in the first half of this year, Shanghai Futures Exchange, including our subsidiary INE, has a cumulative trading volume of 1.05 billion lots, up by more than 20% year-on-year. And here are the product lines of all the futures exchanges in China. Currently, by the end of October this year, 122 products are listed on China's futures market, including 79 futures and 43 options. Among that, 19 are newly listed this year, which is a significant increase compared with the total number of new products listed last year, which is about 12 products. I think this is thanks to the release of the futures law, because after the release of the futures law, the product listing mechanism was transformed from the approval system to the registration system, which is beneficial to step up the listing of new products in the market. As we can see from the slide, there are 5 futures exchanges in China, including 4 commodity futures exchanges, such as Shanghai Futures Exchange, Zhengzhou Commodity Exchange, Dalian Commodity Exchange, and Guangzhou Futures Exchange, and the remaining 1 CFEX, China Financial Futures Exchange, as the name suggests, is focusing on the financial derivatives. Out of all the products listed, 24 are specified domestic products, which are also known for international products. These products are directly open to overseas investors, including 15 futures and 9 options. For us, all of our international products are listed on our subsidiary, INE, which is short for Shanghai International Energy Exchange, including crude oil futures, bonded copper futures, low sulfur fuel oil futures, TSR20 rubber futures, and the newly listed freight index futures, as well as an option on crude oil. And apart from those international products, last year we also opened another channel for overseas investors, and 46 products altogether currently are open to qualify foreign investors, including 26 futures and 20 options. These are tagged in blue in this slide, and for SHFE, we have opened 16 products to QFIs. Regarding the specific access channels between the specified domestic products and QFI, I'll talk about that later in later slides. And here comes the first question. Where are we among global exchanges? As mentioned in my first slide, actually in terms of commodity futures trading volume, Chinese exchanges rank among the top 3 globally, according to FIA statistics. As you can see, all the top 3 commodity exchanges are from China, and SHFE ranked among number 3 last year. Contract-wise, out of the top 15 contracts by volume in the first half of this year, 9 out of these contracts, industrial metal contracts, are from Shanghai Futures Exchange, such as steel rebar, hot rolled coil, aluminum, nickel, zinc futures, as well as tin, copper futures, stainless steel futures, etc. And in terms of precious metal contracts, 4 out of the 15 contracts are from Shanghai Futures Exchange, such as silver and gold futures, and silver and gold options. And in terms of energy contracts, we also have 4 contracts in the listing. That is fuel oil futures and bitumen futures, which are listed on Shanghai Futures Exchange, and crude oil futures and low sulfur fuel oil futures that are listed on our subsidiary INE. And in terms of agricultural contracts, as we can see from this slide, almost all the top 11 contracts are from China. And for SHFE, we have wood pulp futures and natural rubber futures that are ranking number 10 and number 11, respectively, by the trading volume in the first half of this year. Compared with the China's stock market, China's futures market lags a little bit behind in terms of opening up itself to overseas investors. Back in 2002, China's stock market has allowed QFII qualified foreign investors to invest in the stock market, but it was not until 2018 that China's futures market introduced the first international product, crude oil futures, to overseas investors. But despite the fact that we're a little bit late in opening up ourselves to overseas investors, we have explored a unique way to open up. And in this regard, we believe that SHFE and INE can be a typical example of how China's futures market opened up. Just now I mentioned that in 2018, we launched the first international product, crude oil futures. This is also the first one in China's futures market that are open to overseas investors. And after that, we launched another 5 international products, including TSR20 rubber, low sulfur fuel oil futures, bonded copper futures, crude oil options, and the newly listed Freight Index Europe Service futures on INE. And apart from those international products, we've also expanded the access channels for overseas investors. Last year, SHFE and INE opened 16 products to QFII qualified foreign investors, further expanding the scope of products that are open to overseas investors. Briefly speaking, these are the major channels for overseas investors to trade Chinese futures market. The first one is to set up a wholly foreign-owned enterprise, WFI, in China. In this way, because WFI is a domestic client, so you can trade all the products listed on China's futures market. The second way, we often call it specified domestic products or international product channel. In this way, currently there are 24 products opened, and overseas investors can open account through an overseas broker or a Chinese broker to open account and trade these products. And the third channel is the QFII channel. In this way, overseas investors need to obtain the QFII license first, and then find a Chinese broker to open account and trade the 46 products that are open to them. And this slide further clarifies the different access channels for WFI, QFII, and specified domestic products. Let's look at the first side at first. As we can see, because WFI are domestic clients, so they have to open account through Chinese futures fund members to trade on INE or SHFE. And similarly, a QFII also need to open account through a Chinese futures firm and trade on INE or SHFE. But looking at the right side, for overseas clients, if they want to trade the international products, they can open account either through a Chinese futures member, Chinese broker, or through an overseas intermediary, we call them OI, and then they can also submit the orders to a Chinese broker or an OSBP to trade INE. So the account opening institutions are more verified in this method. This slide further compares the QFII channel with the specified product channel. In terms of participants, participants under the QFII channel are overseas entities with QFII or RQFII qualification, but participants under the specified product channel are broader in scope, not only including overseas individuals, but also general and special corporate clients. And in terms of qualification, participants under the QFII channel need to first obtain a license, QFII license from the CSRC, but under the specified product channel, there's no need to do that. And just now I also mentioned the account opening institutions. For QFIIs, they must open account through Chinese futures firms, but for clients under the specified product channel, they can either find Chinese futures firms or overseas brokers to open account for them. And in terms of margin currency, QFII clients can only use RMB as margin. whereas under the specified product channel, in addition to RMB, US dollars can also be used as margin. But in terms of investment products, the product scope under the QFII channel is broader. For us, we've opened 16 products to QFII currently, but under the specified product channel, only 6 products listed on INE are open to overseas investors. And lastly, in terms of physical delivery, currently QFII clients are not allowed to take part in physical delivery, but under the specified product channel, only those who cannot make delivery or accept the invoices required by the exchange cannot participate. And actually, there have been a lot of domestic and overseas industrial clients who are already taking part in physical delivery of our products, such as crude oil, low sulfur fuel oil, etc. And here gives us a general picture of QFII's participation in China's futures market, focusing on the number of newly approved QFII per quarter and the top sources of investment of these QFII clients. According to the list of qualified foreign investors released by the CSRC, by the end of September 2023 this year, there are 789 qualified foreign investors from 44 countries and regions. Most of them are from Hong Kong, China, Singapore, and the United States. In November 2020, the regulators consolidated the previous rules for QFII and RQFII, consolidated them into one new QFII rule. And after the new QFII rule was released, we've seen a large number of new applicants being approved by the regulator. The reason why there has been an emerging number of new applicants after the new rule is that the new rule set forth expanded the investment scope for QFII, adding commodity futures and options and stock index options into the investment scope of QFII. So more and more market participants found it's a business opportunity to trade on the Chinese market. And from the analysis of those newly applicants after November 2020, we've seen that most of them are still from Hong Kong, Singapore, and the United States. Traditionally, we know that most QFIIs are financial institutions such as banks, investment firms, funds, asset management firms, security firms, etc. But starting from late last year, we've seen new applicants with industrial background obtaining QFII qualification from the CSRC. Here are the products on SHFE and INE that are open to QFII. Altogether, there are 16 of them, including precious metals like gold and silver, non-ferrous metals like copper, aluminum, and zinc, and the ferrous metals like steel rebar and hot rolled coil, and the 5 international products on INE that are already open to overseas investors, crude oil, etc. For more details on these products, you can go to our official website for contract specifications or more information on the trading, clearing, and delivery of these products. Most of the products listed here are pretty liquid, pretty active in their daily operation, and you can also find the overseas counterpart contracts on the international markets, which means that market participants can also find enough room for cross-market arbitrage between our product and similar products overseas. In recent years, we've seen a growing market in our international business. From this slide below, you can see that almost all INE products have witnessed increasing average daily trading volume since their listing. And we've also seen that there has been a significant increase of trading volume by QFII clients from the second quarter this year, both on SHFE and INE. And most traded products or contracts are metal contracts. In addition, we've seen increasing participation of overseas clients and institutional clients. We had a global network of intermediaries, brokers. We have 150 domestic futures fund members in Chinese mainland, and overseas we have 79 overseas intermediaries and 2 overseas special participants, widely distributed in 12 countries and regions. The organizer of this event today, Aarna, we know that Aarna is the only one overseas intermediary from the UAE, and one of the supporting agencies here, Nanhua and Nanhua UK Financial. Nanhua UK Financial is also one of the overseas intermediaries registered with INE. Overseas clients can open account through these overseas brokers to participate on our market. Apart from opening up at the product level, we're also introducing supportive rules for the opening up of our market. For example, in terms of trading, in October 2020, INE launched trade as settlement task orders on crude oil futures. And in 2020, this year, we further optimized the task orders by expanding the price range and extending the end of daytime trading hours for task orders. Also, we've released market price on Shanghai crude and monthly average settlement prices on a lot of products such as crude oil futures, low sulfur fuel oil futures, and TSR20 rubber futures. In terms of clearing, the exchange have also released a lot of rules and measures to facilitate the trading of clients and reduce transaction costs. For example, in October 2021, Chinese government bonds could be used as margin collateral for international products. And this year, 2 foreign banks, DBS China and Citibank China, were approved to be the designated depository bank to conduct futures margin depository business for QFE and RQFE that it provides custodian service. And in August this year, both SHFE and INE introduced differentiated margin rates, reducing the margin rates for hedging by 1 percentage point. We're also preparing for other measures to further reduce the transaction costs for different market participants. And in terms of delivery, quite a lot of our deliverable brand come from overseas. For example, some of our rubber brands come from Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia, and most of the deliverable crude streams of Shanghai crude oil futures is from the Middle East, such as Basra, Upper Zakum, and Oman. And we're also exploring overseas take delivery on some of the products, such as low sulfur fuel oil. Currently, the overseas investors of our market come from 30 countries and regions in 6 continents. In terms of client types, it's pretty diversified, not only including industrial clients, trading houses, financial institutions, and also with retail investors. Most of these overseas investors open account and trade on our market through overseas intermediaries. And in a lot of our products, we've seen a pretty healthy market participant structure. Take Shanghai crude oil futures, for example. In 2022, institutional investors on this product accounts for about 50% of average daily trading volume and over 70% of average daily open interest. And overseas investors on this product account for about 25% of average daily trading volume and over 30% of average daily trading volume. This year's figure is almost pretty much the same as that of last year. And compared with the purely domestic product, these proportions are way much higher than the purely domestic contracts. As we develop our contracts, a lot of our contracts are gradually accepted by industrial clients, and some corporate clients even use our INE prices as the benchmark price in the quotation and settlement of cross-border trades. As we can see from these examples, Bonnet copper futures and TSR20 futures prices have been used by some industrial clients in the domestic and global physical trades. And through all these years of development and with the support of various parties or members, overseas intermediaries, and overseas special brokerage participants, our exchange have gained pretty wide global recognition. And actually, before we launch international products, INE and SHFE have also did a lot of work in overseas registration and recognition. For example, INE completed its overseas registration in Hong Kong and Singapore, which greatly facilitated the participation of overseas investors from these 2 regions. And also, SHFE and INE are both in ESMA's list of third country venues in the contest of opinion on post-trade transparency with a positive assessment. We're also active participating in global futures industry, and we're members of WFE and FIA. In addition, both SHFE and INE have established a standardized and complete CCP clearing mechanism according to PFMI requirements of IOSCO, and both of us are QCCPs approved by China Securities Regulatory Commission. In addition, we've won a pretty lot of awards. For example, this year, SHFE and INE have won 3 awards from Energy Risk Asia. SHFE and INE was awarded Commodity Exchange of the Year, and our product Steel Rebar and Silver Options was awarded Innovation of the Year. And SHFE's OTC platform, which is mainly the major business of it is the trading of electronic standard warrants, won the award of OTC Trading Platform of the Year. Next, as we move forward, we will continue to launch more international products such as LNG futures and options, providing more risk management tools for both domestic and overseas investors. In addition, we will develop more new products in different sectors and release flexible trading tools and reference prices on more products such as TAS, monthly average settlement prices, etc. And in terms of overseas marketing, this year we began to have more and more meetings with overseas entities. And from these discussions and communications, we found that people's understanding towards Chinese futures market is still need to be improved. And if we have the opportunity, we think that next year we'll continue to do more marketing activities so that people in overseas markets can have a better understanding of our market. Currently, we have diversified forms of overseas marketing activities, and next year we will do more in more countries and regions. And also, we will continue to provide daily support to our members and overseas brokers. So this is a brief introduction of my presentation. And to learn more, you can also visit the official website of SHFE and INE, or if you still have further questions, you can also contact us. And on the bottom right of this slide, you can see a QR code. If you want to join INE's mailing list, you can also scan the QR code. And by this way, you can receive a monthly update from the INE regarding the latest update of our products and the latest news and circulars on our website. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.